everyone. Thank you for coming. My fellow nerds and colleagues, I really appreciate your time. I see some familiar faces, but there's a few that I don't know. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jaqueline Gloria. I'm a senior technical writing student at the University of North Texas. I've worked as a web developer, a graphic designer, and currently I'm here with Microsoft as a beta duty manager. So I know my stuff for the most part. First off, I want to get acquainted a little bit. I know some of you on a personal level, but not really. How many, by show of hands, how many technical writing majors, degrees do we have in here? 1, 2, just 2, great. Computer science, I know that's the majority of you since we're here at Microsoft. 5, awesome. And all you other people. Okay. So I want you to divide into teams by your specialty or department that you work in here. And I'm going to teach you all how to create a trifold brochure the easy way. This used to be something that frustrated me. Oh my goodness, I could not get it together. And you know, you use them for so many things. So many different companies use them, catering and travel brochures and just all kinds of things. So this is a good skill to have. So everybody get around one desktop and we're going to work in teams. All right, so this is Brochures for Dummies. Not to offend anyone, but you know, there's all those books, Microsoft for Dummies, Microsoft 2010 for Dummies, and thought we'd play on that. Is it really that difficult? No. There are tons of shortcuts. Brochure creation is really simple once you have a template for it, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. Okay, first off, I want everyone to go into Microsoft Word. If you've got 2007, that's fine. If you've got 2010, great. All right, everybody getting there? Little document with the M on it. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is go to Page Layout. Okay, once you're there, if you're in 2007, this is going to be under File on the far left-hand side. And then you go to Page Setup, Document Orientation, and select Landscape. If you're in Microsoft 2010, you're going to go to Page Layout, but it's in a toolbar across the top instead. And you're going to select Orientation and then Landscape. It's really simple to see. Everybody there? Great. So next, we're going to go to Page Layout, click on Columns, and select 3. You need 3 columns to make a trifold brochure. If you're in 2007, again, you're going to go to Page Setup or Paragraph and click Columns 3. If you're in 2010, you go to Page Layout on the toolbar across the top, select Columns, and select 3. So now you have your brochure. It's in landscape, just like this, and there are 3 columns across. It'd be really helpful if right now you turned on your paragraph marker It'll help you to see what we're doing. So now we're going to get started on the actual content of the brochure. I want you to insert whatever title. Let's talk about what kind of brochures we're going to be making here. Since this is just for a fun learning activity, it doesn't really matter. You know, it can be Black Friday sales, vacations, whatever you want to do. Favorite pizza toppings. It's just pick something so that you have content to enter, and then when we're done, the team with the best brochure is going to take home this lovely manual that I've made. It's Trifold Brochures for Dummies 2010. I'd be happy to give this to the lucky winner. So once you picked your document, you're going to insert your title into the number 6. I'll show you what that means on the next page. It's the 3rd column on the top right of the 2nd page. Okay, so let me show you. Here's what your document should look like right now. You've got an inside flap, a back page, don't worry about these right now, and then your title page right here. So pick a color. Generally, you only want to use 2 to 3 colors in brochures as to leave enough white space for readability and all kinds of things like that. And if you really need, you can access a color wheel that'll help you choosing the good contrasting for headings and subheadings and whatnot. So does everyone have a title in here? Something else we're going to talk about too in a little bit is using a Z pattern on title pages for better reader usability. Alright, so everyone's done with step 1. Next, we're going to insert the body of your text on the left, middle, and right columns of the first page. So you should have 2 pages for your brochure created, and this is what you're going to do. So when you open a brochure, I've got an example right here. Here's your title page, your inside flap, middle flap right here, and you'll have the outside flap, and then the back content, which is usually for contact information. So let's say you're doing ski resorts. Okay, your title is Ski Resorts in Greater New Mexico. You can have lift ticket prices, rental prices, lodging, just for example. But that is where the body content, the main content of your brochure goes. So next, we're going to insert the inside flap information onto the second page, the left body column, and we're going to do the back page information, which again is usually contact info, on the middle body of the second page, number 5. Let me show you the diagram, makes it way easier to see what you're doing. So here we go again. We've got the inside flap, the back page, and the title page. So what you want to do on this inside flap is any information that is really, really important, anything that can be bulleted or numbered. For example, if you were doing the ski brochure again, I would put a packing list right here of different items to be sure to bring. Gloves, mittens, goggles, what have you. Or let's say you were doing some kind of how-to brochure. I would put directions right here. Or if you were baking something, I would put ingredients or step-by-step baking instructions on this left side flap. Now on this back page is where you would put contact information. It's usually good to leave it kind of blank because the rest of the brochure can get a little cluttered with all the information that you're trying to put in. I would do 3 little lines right here on the bottom. Title, either company or person, phone number, contact email, website if applicable. You only want to give the reader the information that they absolutely, absolutely need. Does anyone have any questions thus far? Are we all to this point? Do we need to back up at all? You need to see which page? Okay, hold on just a second. Go back to that. This one? Okay. We'll leave that up for y'all for just a second. It's just the inside 3 flaps. Just like this. Okay? Can we go on? Okay. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about printing. This is where a lot of people get confused because you have to remember to print on both sides. And I really, really suggest printing the document in black and white before you print in color. It's just a waste of ink if you have to go back and you get it wrong. So what you're going to do is go to File, and then go to Print. This is again different if you're on 07 or if you're on 10 of Microsoft Word. You need to go to Options and select Print on both sides. Okay, if you don't do that, you're going to get 2 pieces of paper like this. And you're going to have to like staple or glue them together, and then it just doesn't look professional at all, so you don't want to do that. So you don't have to print this. I'll come around and take a look at everyone's designs in just a moment. But if you're actually making a brochure, I really, again, would like to emphasize that you should print it in black and white and then in color. It's just, especially if you're, you know, here at the office. For me, I worked in the technical writing lab of my school really, really often, and we had color punch cards. And we were only allotted 4 a semester, and so I found out the hard way using up all my color cards for rough drafts and whatnot, and it's just not worth it. Just wait to print. So now we're going to go over some tips that you can use when creating your document. I'm going to refer to this little manual here that one of you is going to be lucky enough to have. First we're going to talk about colors and headings and numbers and bullets. Let's talk about the cover page first. It's really important to use a serif font. Does everyone know what serif and sans serif means? No. Okay, let me inform you. Serif means feet, a font that has feet. Times New Roman, Book Antica, trebuchet, no, not trebuchet. Anything that has the little feet, like here's the T, and then it has the little feet on the end. Sans serif, which means no feet, is important to use for headings, subheadings, but I highly suggest using a sans serif font for your title page. It just looks cleaner. This is all sans serif font, okay? Generally, serif is only used for body content and text. Another thing that's important to use when creating your title page is a Z pattern. So I'll show you an example of this in just a moment. If you put an image on your front page, it's important not to stretch your image. A great way to make sure that you're not messing up the aspect ratio is to go into the actual properties of the image and stretch it by ratio, height and width, and keep those in contrast so that you don't end up, say you've got a face of someone and you stretch it too far this way and then they end up looking like they've got huge cheeks. It's just, it doesn't work. Next, let's talk about color and font. You want to use bold, colored, and left-aligned headings for reader convenience. For example, this manual right here, I know it's a little tough to see. Everything is left-aligned. It's way better. You use minimal font to keep white space for readers. Reader usability, it's all about your reader. I would only use 2 to 3 colors max, and 2 fonts max as well. Let's see. Also, with images, something I forgot to say, it's good to use drawing canvases. If you don't, often they will stretch onto the page that you don't want them on the brochure. So let's say that you put an image on this inside flap right here. If you don't use a drawing canvas, when you go to print, there's a strong possibility it'll leak over to this page. So I would highly suggest you using a drawing canvas. Let's see, numbers and bullets. When to use them, when not. You use bullets for lists. I've seen this incorrectly used so many times. Bullets, lists, numbers, directions. Just ingrain that in your head. Bullets, lists, numbers, direction. It's so important to remember that. Let's see. While you're creating your manual, it really helps me to leave the paragraph symbol on while I am working. It shows me exactly what spaces are where, exactly what sizing is going on. I highly suggest it. It'll just make your life that much easier. The following is a brochure that I finished. This was in one of my first technical writing classes, and it's what you should strive to have your brochures emulate. I don't expect anyone's to be perfect today, but this is what you're going for, okay? Here we go. Can everyone see? See how all the paragraph markers are on here? It's easy to see spacing. This is the first page. So it's got the first column, the second column, the third column, and these are all the inside flaps. I'll show you the title page in just a moment. This was something I recreated for Mansfield ISD for bus safety. And I actually went and found the images just in Google. You know, it's okay to use Google or Small Pic, whatever you want to use to get images that are relevant to your topic. So I've got the danger zone here, I've got a couple of kids. It doesn't have to all be congruent. But something else I want to point out, on the inside flaps of this brochure, it's really, really good to use this triangle. You see what's going on here? Triangle, triangle. Great for reader focus. It's like the Z pattern on the front page. It makes their eyes follow along more easily. Again, I've got the colored heading, all left aligned, colored heading, left aligned. And here we've got rules, and they are numbered, not bulleted. Great. Again, more rules, numbered, not bulleted. Remember when you're writing, it's really important to only tell the reader exactly what they need to know. So the original brochure that I got for this school district, it was so cluttered. There was just so much information in there that was unnecessary, so I chunked it all out and put it in do your part for bus safety. Rules, tips, loading and unloading, bam, done. Let's take a look at this page. This is the page without paragraph markers. See how clean it looks because of the triangles and how the images are separated? It's keeping everything left aligned is crucial. Crucial, crucial. Okay, here's the title page. This, just a bus, I pulled off Google Images, School Bus Safety, Mansfield Independent School District. Straight to the point, I put a level line underneath for emphasis. Here, let me move that yells away. And Z pattern, here, here, here. Use it, it'll help you. Let's see, on the back of my manual, not my manual, my brochure here, I put safety tips. I thought it was really important. There's not a whole lot of contact information. You can't put individual bus drivers and that kind of thing. So I put safety tips on the back contact. Again, it's a list, so it's bulleted. Okay, numbers, directions, bullets, list. And then you always want to put your most important information on this inside flap, right here. So this is consequences for misconduct. I thought it was really important for kids to know what was going to happen should they disobey. And so all of the offenses are listed, and I thought it would be good, a good place for that. So we are pretty much finished here. We talked about brochure creation from the beginning. You now know where your title page, your body content, your contact information, your important information goes. I know it can be really frustrating, but if you use that template, it will always, always, always go your way. It will be ridiculously easy and reader-oriented. Let's see, you only want to use 2 to 3 colors max, 2 fonts max. You want to use a Z pattern on your cover page. You want to use left-aligned content and headings. You want to color and bold your headings and use a serif font and a sans serif font for body text. When you're writing, you only want to give readers what they absolutely need. Use clear and concise language, and don't use negative language. Don't tell readers not to do something, tell them what they should do instead. Use numbers for directions, bullets for lists. Do not forget this, it is my biggest pet peeve. Always use images that are relevant to your topic. Drawing canvases are a good way to go, and that's about it. Just have pride in your work, it'll come out looking great. Anybody have any questions? I think we covered pretty much everything. I really appreciate y'all coming. Anybody? Bueller? Okay. All right. I really appreciate y'all's time again. My name is Jaqueline. I'm in the Beta Duty Manager office. If anyone has any questions, needs brochures created, I can do them really quickly. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and thank you.